Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to week 7 of the World History, chapter 34. Wow, week 7 already? We only have 2 more weeks left, boys and girls. We can do this. It's chapter 34 of the BPS TCI, From Republic to Empire. We're still talking about the Roman Empire, so let's get started. Section 1 is an overview from Republic to Empire. The Romans defeated the Etruscans and conquered their Latin neighbors to take control of the Italian peninsula. Just like Florida, Italy has a peninsula too. Rome fought the Punic Wars with Carthage, and Rome became the greatest power in the Mediterranean region. Julius Caesar became dictator of Rome, instituted reforms, and granted citizenship to Gaul and to Spain. Rome became an empire under Augustus. Rome continued to expand its borders during the Pax Romana. So here we see that Julius Caesar became dictator of Rome, and then Rome became an empire under Augustus, so it changed leaderships. Let's read some more. In section 2, Rome's conquest of the Italian peninsula again, just like Florida. This is from 509 BCE to 264 BCE. The Romans defeated the Etruscans, Samnites, and the Greek city-states to take control of the Italian peninsula. They also formed alliances with neighbors. Plebeians would have objected to this expansion because they had to serve in the army. Defeated people would have objected because they had to serve in the army, pay Roman taxes, and they couldn't always become a Roman citizen. In 390 BCE, most of the city of Rome burned down when it was attacked by the Gauls. Wow, that sounds pretty intense, doesn't it? Let's go to slide 4. Section 3, Expansion during the Punic Wars. This is from 264 BCE to 146 BCE. Rome fought with Carthage for control of the Mediterranean region. Rome gained control of North Africa, Spain, Macedonia, and Greece. Riches, slaves, and new ideas came from the conquered lands. Carthaginians objected because the Romans sold them into slavery and they burned Carthage. Roman farmers, they objected because Hannibal destroyed many farms. Farmers had to neglect their farms to fight, and Rome began importing grain from other lands. Romans copied the ship design of the Carthaginians to build a strong navy. That's interesting. They had influence from the Etruscans and they had influence from Greece, but they copied the ship design to build a strong navy. All right, let's go to slide 5. Section 4, Expansion during the final years of the Republic, from 145 BCE to 44 BCE. Julius Caesar began construction projects to provide work. He adopted a new calendar. He provided public entertainment for the poor. He also started new colonies and granted citizenship to people in Gaul and Spain. People from conquered lands objected to being enslaved. Farmers and laborers did not like losing their jobs to slaves. The Senate might have objected to expansions during this period because Caesar and his military leaders were a threat to the senators' power. Section 5, Rome becomes an empire, 44 BCE to 14 CE. The Pax Romana was a peaceful period of Roman rule in the Mediterranean that lasted 200 years. Caesar Augustus encouraged education, art, and literature, started new construction projects and public services. He even increased the size of the empire and improved trade. The Romans objected to the harsh punishments Augustus established for people who did not follow the moral standards. Now, this is not talking about Julius Caesar. This is talking about Caesar Augustus. Whoops. Let me go back. They might also have objected to the Praetorian Guard and the need for a huge army to control such a large amount of territory. In summary, with the conquest of the Italian peninsula, the first period of expansion began in 509 BCE. The Romans rebelled against the Etruscans and Rome became a republic. The Romans then conquered central Italy, which they controlled entirely by 264 BCE. The Punic Wars. During the second period of expansion from 264 to 146 BCE, Rome fought Carthage in the three Punic Wars. As a result, Rome gained North Africa, much of Spain, and Sicily. Rome also conquered Macedonia and Greece. The final years of the Republic. During the third period of expansion from 145 to 44 BCE, Rome took control of Asia Minor, Syria, Egypt, and Gaul. However, civil wars divided the Republic. Caesar made himself dictator for life when he defeated Pompey. Then Octavian seized power, becoming the first emperor, Caesar Augustus. Interesting. Rome becomes an empire. The fourth period of expansion began with the start of the empire and lasted until 14 CE. The emperors continued to add a great deal of new territory. At its height, around 117 CE, the Roman Empire stretched from Britain to the present-day Middle East. This brings us to our mini benchmark assessment. Make sure you copy down your answers and send them to Ms. Dickman or to myself, and I will make sure she gets them. Let's look at question number 1. Which of the following did Rome do during the first period of expansion before 264 BCE? So this is talking about the first period. I know it's going to go back to one of our first slides. Let's look at our answer choices. A. Surrender to Etruscans. B. Conquer most of Europe. C. Expand into North Africa. D. Take over the Italian peninsula. Oh, I remember reading about this, taking over the Italian peninsula. So let's go back to slide 2, the beginning. There it is. It said they took control of the Italian peninsula. Awesome. So let's look at our slide. Oops. You saw the answer, didn't you? Okay. So I'm going to say, and I think you probably agree, that the correct answer to number 1 is D. Take over the Italian peninsula. Let's check. Yep, there it is. D is the correct answer. Let's go to question number 2. Why did most of the city of Rome burn down in 390 BCE? I remember reading about this. It was set on fire during a civil war. It was attacked by Gauls. Romans destroyed it to unite the Latins. Hill tribes threw flaming torches into it. All right, let's go back to number 3. We're trying to find out why did most of the city of Rome burn down in 390 BCE. So on slide 3, it says here that in 390 BCE, most of the city of Rome burned down when it was attacked by the Gauls. Oh, you were so right. That's the answer. Wow, you were exactly right. It's when it was attacked by the Gauls. Letter B. Let's check. Yes, B is correct for number 2. Let's go to number 3. How did the Romans build a strong navy? Oh, I remember reading about this. Was it that they drew on ancient Latin traditions? Or they copied ship designs from Carthage? They were influenced by Etruscan culture? They adopted ideas from Greek settlers in Italy? Well, I remember reading about these two in the last lesson, how they used the Etruscan engineering and the arches, and then they used the Greek columns, and they also adapted their alphabet. So I think it's about they copied the ship designs from Carthage, but I'm not really sure because I remembered we talked about this. So let's go back to slide 4. I want to double check in my text. Oh, it's right here. Romans copied the ship design of Carthaginians to build a strong navy. So these Carthaginians, they come from Carthage. So they copied the ship design from Carthage to build a strong navy. All right, our question was on slide 12. So let's go all the way to slide 12 to answer that question. How did the Romans build a strong navy? Yep, you're right. They copied the ship designs from Carthage. Let's check. Yay! They copied the ship designs from Carthage. That is correct. Make sure you write down letter B for question number 3. Let's go to slide 14 for number 4. What was one cause of the end of the Roman Republic? Well, there are a lot of different causes, I'm thinking, but they're looking for what was one cause. The Rome built long roads. You know, they say that every road leads to Rome. That's because of that. Caesar defeated Pompey. Ooh, I remember reading about that one. Spartacus freed the slaves, or Rome set up new colonies. I think I'm going to go back to slide number 7. We're looking for the cause of the end of the Roman Empire. I think it's that Caesar defeated Pompey, but I want to double check my answer. Be 100% sure before I put my answer down. Oh, look right here. Caesar made himself dictator for life when he defeated Pompey. You were right. But it's always really good to double check your answers, even if you're really sure. Number 14, letter B. Caesar defeated Pompey. Let's see if we're right. Yes, correct. Very good. What was one cause of the end of the Roman Republic? Caesar defeated Pompey. Excellent. Let's go to question number 5. How did Octavian become Rome's first emperor, Caesar Augustus? Oh, we've read about that Julius Caesar, and then it was Caesar Augustus, and it was Octavian, and it became kind of confusing. But let's look at our choices. He was crowned by Julius Caesar. He was elected by the people. He defeated his rivals in battle. He married Cleopatra of Egypt. I would have remembered that one. So we're looking for how did Octavian become Rome's first emperor, Caesar Augustus? Let's go back to slide 7 and double check our answer. So it says, oh, here's Caesar Augustus. Okay, so Caesar made himself dictator for life when he defeated Pompey. Then Octavian seized power, becoming the first emperor, Caesar Augustus. Interesting. So let's look at our choices. Slide 16, I believe. So our correct answer choice is going to be C. He defeated his rivals in battle. It didn't say anything about being crowned by Julius Caesar. He was definitely not elected. And like I said, I would have remembered if he became the first emperor by marrying Cleopatra. So it's choice C, the best one. He defeated his rivals in battle. Let's check our answer. Yes, C is correct. He defeated his rivals in battle. So that brings us to the end of our mini benchmark assessment. I want to review with you. Question 1 was letter D. Question number 2 was letter B. Question number 3 was also letter B. Question 4 was letter B again, and then question 5 was C. Don't forget to write down all of your answers. Send them with a screenshot, or you can email them to myself or Miss Dickman, and we will make sure that you get all the credit for World History Chapter 4 or Chapter 34, Week 7. Wow, Week 7 of the BPS TCI from Republic to Empire. Thank you, boys and girls. We have one more week, and I am so happy that you guys are doing so well. I'm so proud of all the work you're doing. Keep it up. We'll see you soon. Bye, boys and girls.